What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. So again, thank you again for joining us for another Sunday Stock Talk. So if you guys do not know what TechBud Solutions is, it's pretty much a group that I started to help like-minded individuals, pretty much from all different sorts of ages, all across the world, kind of just coming together and teaching each other the fundamentals of trading. The more that we grow, the more opportunity and the more area of opportunity that we could be exposed to, which can lead to greater potential when it comes to trading stocks, investing in all different markets of business. So we started it about 8 months ago, I believe, and it's done pretty well. I think with all three platforms that we have to offer, we have about 800 members. We haven't done any outsourced marketing or anything like that. It's really just been referrals to friends and kind of just me posting videos online. But yeah, it's been great. We did really well last week when it came to trading itself. I believe I only had one stock that stop loss in the red, and everything else traded pretty well overall. I think I was averaging at least at $200 a day or per trade for my overall week. It was a crazy week. It's still part of the week, and met all sorts of people. So just truly an amazing week. It was my first week, I guess, of winter break, and definitely took advantage of the free time. And if you guys haven't done so already, I'll try to see if I can provide a link, or I'll put it in the description. But it's a video I made with View Bros, which is, his name is Jeremy. He came from California. He's a YouTuber. Does pretty well on YouTube, and kind of just wanted to put a thing together when it came to giving back to kind of our community here, and kind of do a little collab when it comes to our passion for supercars and being able to give back to those people that are in need. So let's go ahead and get to it. So again, Sunday Stock Talk has to do with a little bit of recap of last week. I'm going to talk about a couple stocks again that I think have potential, and kind of just talk about the overall concept on what to look for when it comes to discovering a stock that has potential. So again, 3 rules that we use for trading stocks. So the first rule is for penny stocks, to not hold a penny stock overnight. So penny stocks can range from $1 or from cents to $5. And the reason even $5 can be considered somewhat penny stocks is because when they do reverse stock splits, which means that it was trading at 50 cents and there used to be 1 million shares, and it got a 1 in 4 stock split, meaning that now there's only 250,000 shares, and now the price increases to $2 and 14 cents. They try to make it so it doesn't physically look like a penny stock, but overall it's still the same company, it's still a penny stock. It's just trying to meet the NASDAQ requirement so it doesn't get delisted, which can be very dangerous. So make sure you look into the company that you're trading. That's the first rule. So don't hold a penny stock overnight, just because you truly do not know if it's going to get delisted overnight. And penny stocks are extremely volatile, and if you have no control over how much money you can lose, you definitely don't want to be doing that, because although you can consistently have really good trades within the week of 5 to 10%, averaging at 10%, you only need one stock to be in the red, and that can pretty much ruin your whole just mentality when it comes to trading. And you don't want to do that. You want to create a stable income, and it really starts with the principles of starting out on the right foot and having a whole plan set up for you. So for myself, it's $200 a day, pretty much. I use that money when it comes to buying my investment properties and stuff like that. So you guys can use that extra source of income just for more of a savings, or to live a little bit more of a relaxed lifestyle. You can have your normal job and you can do trading on the side. I trade for about 2 hours. I'm in Arizona, so it's Mountain Standard Time. I trade from 7:30 in the morning, which is when the market opens, till 9:30, and I set alerts for the rest of the day. And then with that, I can jump back in if one of my alerts get triggered, and then I can kind of answer a couple questions for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm really excited. We got a couple of my buddies, a couple of my roommates jumping back into trading stocks. Not that they have a little bit more money flowing around, and we've had a lot of people over last week, just trading together. I really enjoy just being able to network with people, and we have a lot of fun here, playing music, watching Netflix and trading and kind of answering questions, and then they have questions, we pause everything and jump back into it. and it's exciting. So overall, did pretty well last week. Kind of gonna talk about what happened last week. So if you guys didn't hear, one of the biggest things is that interest rates went up, and that's a really big deal because housing or interest rates kind of determine based on trends how the U.S. economy is doing. So when interest rates are high, it means that there's more of a risk of just for this economy. Therefore, that's why if it does end up taking a dump with higher interest rates, the banks can collect a higher source of income or can collect a higher return per initial, like for the principal investment. So overall, interest rates, when they go up, that's not a good sign for our overall economy. Usually when our economy is doing pretty strong, interest rates are really low, like we were seeing during the summer. Now buying in, like I was trying to let you guys know last Sunday's Stock Talk, I'm in the kind of, how do I say it? I'm pretty much right now in the market for my third investment property. We placed an offer. We've been going back and forth with the seller, and then now when it came to qualifying and all that good stuff, when it comes to buying an investment property, the interest rates that came from when I originally bought my second house compared to the ones that I'm trying to buy right now are a lot higher. So that that's a huge sign, and that really affects the market. Usually when interest rates go up, gold prices go up, since the value of the dollar goes down, gold prices fluctuate up, but that's not what's happening. So it's crazy. But we've been riding the trends, and I'm going to talk about kind of the stocks to look out for, kind of where they've been bouncing, and for kind of like momentum trading, what are the signs of seeing upward potential, and kind of where to jump in, where to jump out. And again, it's pretty much the concept that I just want to teach you guys about the fundamentals of trading. You guys can use it on any stock that you're like yourself. I am not like endorsing any stock whatsoever. I highly suggest for everyone that goes in trading a stock, if you truly do not understand why a certain stock is a good investment, then you should not be trading it. And that comes to any market whatsoever. When it comes to buying houses, cars, any product that can be a potential investment, if you don't truly understand or don't truly label it as a good investment, then you should not invest in it, since based on your knowledge, it just the opportunity or potential isn't really there. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I hope it's not lagging too much. I can see that I'm kind of like jumping from place to place. So I'm going to start sharing my screen, and then we'll go from there. So let's see. Just want to get it all set up. Perfect. All right, guys, let's get into it. All right, thank you guys for waiting. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. All right, so NUGT, being a huge trader, was trading for the past 2 weeks. So I'm going to do a 10-day analysis first, so you guys can see it was bouncing from that huge drop it had about a month ago or a month and a half ago. It had a huge drop from the $12 mark all the way down here to the $7 mark, $7.20. It was bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down. And then last week, when it took this huge, the $8.50 resistance, now it had a huge, dump. And what I was telling everyone, just because it's considered a good buy based on its history, doesn't mean it's going to be a good buy overall, because of how NUGT has been acting with the prices of gold. So gold tends to not do very well during this time of year, because the U.S. economy during like the election and all that stuff tends to not do very well towards the end of the year. So not until like February, you're going to see gold prices really start picking up. But again, the same thing happened. So if you go a little bit further back, was trading pretty well, hit highs, and then ended up breaking the safety right here, and then continued to drop and created a new safety and resistance from like $9, and it bounced, and then I told everyone, wait for the upward momentum, and it's really about getting in and out at the right places, and not being so scared to cut your losses if you are in the red. So we waited for the bounce, and I believe a couple of us got in around like 770, rode it up to $8, ended up selling. Next day opened high, and then it ended up, this is when they released that, interest rates were going to go up, and then obviously right away investors are going to think, okay, NUGT is a gold-based company, so gold is going to go up, and then they're like, no, gold, it's actually sucking, so end up dropping and bleeding all the way down, breaking their resistance just because of the scare that alert sent to everyone, or that news sent to everyone. So ended up bouncing from $5.50, and it has hit highs of $6, and with that alone, that's 10% in a sense. So it looks like it's staircasing up. There's a little trend line. Let's see if I can make it look a little nicer. And I love seeing these. So something that I was telling Jeremy and Jake when they came over to trade is the lowest points. I think Byron was here as well. The lows right here, right? The lows are about $5.50. It picks up, hits the resistance, comes back down. It usually doesn't hit as low as it did the time previous. And that's good. That's showing upward potential, upward momentum. So, picks up now at 570, hits that same point, comes back down, and then, hits a little bit higher, holds a little bit better, and it pops up a little bit quicker and pops up a little bit higher. And then now it's holding, held a little bit better above $6, and then dropped below, again, 590. And if we continue to see this, then, the break that we're looking for, at least the break that I see here, is around 635. It struggles to break the 635. So that seems to be like a resistance. So this upcoming week, I have a bunch of alerts set at 630. So when NUGT does end up breaking it, it has a lot of upward momentum back to that $7 mark. So with that being said, it has this huge gap as it, dropped from pretty much $7 all the way down here, and it picked up around 630. So with that, once it ends up breaking 630, we call those gappers. And with that, we can jump from 630 up to $7. Not 100%, but just based on, trends and based on history of, trading different stocks. You guys can look it up yourself. It tends to have pretty high volume. As long as the volume is right and it breaks 630, on a good note, then you definitely have the potential to break from 630 back to $7, and hopefully get back to trading NUGT from the $7 and $9 mark, as that was my most successful area. So like I said, about 3 weeks ago, I had a really bad day when it came to trading NUGT. When it had that huge drop, I cut my losses. I was trading with I think $3,000 or $5,000, and lost about like $500 to $600 very quickly, and kind of discouraged me. But overall, have been making it back, quickly, because I cut my losses as quick as I could, and I've been, studying these trends of, bouncing from 7 and resistance at 9, and with me being able to understand that every time that it would bounce and start picking up, I would consider that upward momentum, buy in, and then sell within the resistance areas, and been staying pretty consistent. So NUGT is definitely one that I'd say has a lot of potential when it comes to this upcoming week. It really does not mean that it's not going to break, below 550, as these stocks are unpredictable. But based on trends and based on history, I really do see NUGT coming close and breaking the resistance around 630, and then hopefully getting back to $7. If not, then expect the break. If it ends up continuing to bleed back down, if it breaks 550, most likely it's going to hit down to 330, as that is a 52-week low for NUGT, as that is the new safety after 550, I believe. So that is going to be it for NUGT. Let me go ahead and refresh Rex. Let's see where this one ended up. 48 cents. 48 cents is actually a pretty good buy based on the history for Rex. I actually traded this one quite a bit last week, and I did pretty well. Let me just refresh this. 48 cents. Me and my couple buddies bought in at 48 cents. Jake had his first successful trade, so shout out to him. Bought in at 48 cents. He sold at 50. I sold at 50 that day. Then the following day, hit 48 again, bought in, and sold at 52, and made about, I believe, $208 that day with a quick little trade, and then continued and bleeded back down to the 48 cent mark. So again, it's been touching 48 quite often, and it's been holding a little bit lower than I'd like it to. So what that's showing is actually, downward potential or downward momentum. And with that is, I'm actually thinking that Rex is getting ready to break this, strong safety at 48 cents, and it's going to continue to bleed back down. So for me and my, for the traders that, we trade with, I'd heavily suggest to, wait for that pop and make sure that volume is holding pretty strong when you see it picking up, and don't be scared to lock in, just your 2, 5, 8%, profit, just to lock it in. And it's better to have, 2% profit than being in the red. So let's just make sure we trade smart. And LPCN, let's see. Give it a little, sent out a little alert to our team when it hit, lows. I said when it broke the safety at 50, at 350, broke the safety at 340, told the team wait for the pop around 320 to 330, ended up picking up around 333, and then bounced back, to 351, and then closed at 359. So overall, saw about a 30-cent gain, which is great. Saw about a 10% pop from some LPCN. I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys have been in TechBuds that long, but again, 2 months ago, LPCN always had a really strong safety at 330, but now it's been fluctuating so much that, it's hard to kind of see where the true safety is. So again, just wait for those pops. So when you saw that pop at 350 and then the volume started picking up, then that's where you want to buy in, and then understanding that it tends to trade pretty well around 350 to 370. You can consider this a safer trade, as in, pops down, buying at the low points, and then sell within the higher points of where it usually tends to trade at. So as you see, based on these trends right here. DRYS, not a huge fan because of that huge pop it had last week, and then it continues to bleed back down, and then it bleeds even lower. So this is not one that I always keep my eyes on, but always have my alert set. And this is one that was recommended for me. NBCN, I believe, was also one that was recommended for me. AKO, that's not one that I'm really trading. So yeah, let's. Alrighty. So that is, I'm gonna cut it pretty short. I have a couple things that I'm gonna have to do to end the night. So I'm gonna be filming with a couple buddies in their skate park warehouse. So I've been trying to hang out with like these YouTubers a little bit more, much from them. I've dedicated so much of my time just to working and stuff like that, and just hanging out with like Jake and Jeremy and Tanner and all these different guys, and it's been great to see how much fun they have and how well they're doing with what their passion is, and that's just filming. And not a lot of people understand, and I believe they kind of minimize what it is that they're doing and how they become successful because of that. And it's really sad to see that when you see with someone that's so young and so much potential, and people being haters in a sense. And I think that's really discouraging for young people. But these guys, they're amazing. They have really strong shoulders, and it's been great being able to hang out with them. So just really excited for what's to come with my friends and with TechBuds. So let's make sure we start the week off on a green note. We'll be back at it, tomorrow, Monday, market opens, and then it's Christmas. So I'm excited. It's going to be a busy next 2 weeks to end the year strong, and I'm really excited for all the investment properties videos that I'm going to be making for you guys. So I'm going to start vlogging on kind of what the whole process of buying an investment property at such a young age, and when it comes to like pre-qualification and writing in offers and meeting with your lenders and real estate and the agents themselves, and going back and forth when they come with counter offers and stuff like that, going to visit the property, the inspection period and all that stuff. I feel like people post a bunch of content that is very entertaining to see, but I really want my content that I produce be something that isn't really shown, especially for someone that is doing it at a considerably young age. And I feel if I can kind of, how do you say it, just draw the road for you guys, or kind of just expose you guys to like what it is that I do and stuff like that, then maybe it can somewhat interest or spark interest in some of you, and can lead to a career that you guys never thought possible. But I want to share my experiences with you guys and help you guys any way I can. So thank you guys again so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My email's down below. I'm trying to reach out or respond to all the emails that I've been getting based on the couple other videos that I've been posting. I've been getting about like 5 to 10 emails like a day, and it's really like I love it, right? But it's hard for me to find time, especially during the weekend because of how busy I am, to respond to all the emails. So I'll definitely try my best. Again, we're going to be back at it around 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then market opens at 7:30. So we'll be looking for pre-market movers, and kind of how TechBuds works. So you guys asked to join on Facebook, and when you guys asked to join, you guys need to email me at TechBuds. Just kind of in a sense, writing me a letter and kind of introducing yourself. And with that, I'll make the decision if I accept you guys. I just really want to make sure that you guys promote or at least kind of support the experience that I'm trying to kind of spread, as in being, providing like a great foundation for TechBuds and making sure that it's a welcoming and positive environment, especially for these traders that are easily influenced by what people can say to them. So I want to promote the best overall experience for you guys, and I want to make sure that we have fun investing and learning new things. So thank you guys again. Click on the link down below. It's going to take you to our Facebook where you can ask to join, and email me any questions. So that's it. Thank you guys again. Take care and happy Sunday. Let's start the week on a green note.